Peter, we're here at the end of 2020. Thank God for that.
We made it. Jeez. Wow, what a trial it's been for both the channel and the wider world alike.
When you say it's been a trial for the channel, we were never at any point at risk of sort of closing down.
I don't mean it like that. I just mean,
it was touch and go there for a minute.
Yeah.
No money left.
We've had all kinds of... It's just been a technical trial.
Yes.
In terms of making things work. And hey, where's Facecam? Let's not go into that.
Where's Facecam? Bring back Facecam.
Yeah, all sorts of problems and bits and bobs. But hey, that's what everyone's had to do this year. They've all had to adapt. Go on Zoom and work remotely and send lots of files over the internet. And hey, thank God we've got a very good team, a very good boss, and thank God me and you are so damn good as well, eh, Ben?
Precisely. You should have put us first. Quite frankly, right at the top of that tree there. Mm-hmm. It's that time again. We did this last year where we celebrated the fact that hey, we've secured employment for more than 12 months.
It was touch and go there, but we made it.
Yeah, but it wasn't touch and go in 2019 in that same sense that it was in 2018. But 2020, while a very challenging year, has been a very big one for us for reasons we'll touch on shortly. But we are continuing. I don't think there was any doubt about it really with this video.
No.
Or after the year that we've had, that we will be continuing into 2021. We've still got a job, baby.
Hey,
yeah.
The channel's still going and
still rocking.
It's not just still going; it's still rocking. I think we're actually pretty darn proud of not only the content we put out, which I think we've been proud of for the past few years that we've been doing this sort of thing, but also in terms of the actual success of the thing, in terms of it being a viable business. It kind of feels like it's been a while since we've been able to actually say that with any proper confidence.
Absolutely.
But thanks to all of you watching and listening at home, we've been able to really kind of make something of this, and the future feels bright, I would say, certainly as far as the channel's concerned.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And we will continue in earnest in the new year. This is just, as I'm sure you've gathered if you watched last year's version of this video, just a little reflection piece. Thanking all of you for your sort of interactions and your support, whether that be through Patreon, whether that be through subscribing on Twitch, donating on live streams, just watching the videos, lurking and not getting involved. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever
we
you
appreciate you very, very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And of course, it's not just about the ways in which you guys have supported us, but the ways in which we've been supported by our teams of editors, writers, and everyone else who does an important job for us. People who look after our social media, our mods. So we've got a lot of people to thank. And
we have.
Hey, let's get to it, I think.
Absolutely. Should we start with the mods?
Yeah, let's.
Wonderful mods. Over on Discord, of course, this year we were helped by Jack Bradshaw, Johanna / Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. We've never really been able to
Never really worked it out, yeah.
Never worked out the pronunciation of your name. And also Crimson Dragonfly as well for modding with us this year. And on the live streams, we had even more amazing people, Peter.
We did. We've had Lord Brotovich and Cecil Prumps for the longest old time. We had Madsterdactyl join, and also Travelling Badger, of course.
Yes. Absolutely. In terms of writers, we have Molly, Shana, Nick joined us. There was Kat who joined us. Tyler joined us as well, all doing amazing stuff, writing the top 10 lists that have been going out twice a week all year and will continue to go out even over this little break while we're off. They've been doing spectacularly. I've had the pleasure of working with them for most of the year. And that was sort of, those duties were taken over for me by someone we will thank in a minute, and I imagine far more detail.
Yeah.
But you've been working closely with the video editors all year as well.
I have. We've got both freelance and full-time video editors now, which is very exciting. So we've had Peter, Leon, and Kieran as well. They've been freelancing for us for a while now, and wow, excellent work as always. They've got it down to a fine art now. But as I say, we were also joined this year by two full-timers, being Alex and Liam. and both of them are doing a great job as well. It's been invaluable to have an actual team that's working all the time now for us, so that we can always pump out that content.
Yeah. Got to do it. In terms of our existing full-time staff and someone else who joined us on a part-time basis, sort of moving up from their original freelance position, we of course have James, who we can't do anything without James.
No.
Wonderful James, who's been working his arse off all year and has taken on additional responsibilities, started editing the podcast, looked after some of the writers for a brief period as well. He's edited almost all of the What It Means to Me videos, and a number of other things as well. Yeah, a couple of ranked lists as well. He has been indispensable and invaluable, and we would be completely lost without him and all of his hard work.
We would. He also proof watches some of the videos, and as you say, he does his own editing as well, and
writing.
And writing, yeah, and podcast and. Oh wow, and lots like little one-off shows and things as well. He helps out with, like the tat unboxing. He helped out with that one. So wow, yeah. James, you've held the channel together. I think
we have
pretty much
single-handedly.
Yeah.
No, he's been amazing, and the part-timer who I was referring to was of course Philip, who writes all of our ranked lists. I should also actually thank Jack Atkins from Cultaholic, who wrote the WWE games ranked list this year. But Philip writes all of our ranked lists, and he joined us on a part-time basis and has been looking after all the writers and giving them feedback and working with them to develop their writing. He's been amazing and an absolutely phenomenal addition to the team, and we're so happy to have him.
He's a machine.
He is a machine. Like honestly, he finishes up ranked lists faster than we can edit them. So we're about to have 3 scripts ready to go, and there's only so many videos we can make, and we thank him very much for his incredible work.
We should also, talking of the wrestling ranked script, we should also say thank you to Andrew, of course, from Cultaholic. Who not only has done some editing for us this year, but also has been streaming for us for the past couple of months.
Absolutely.
And doing a great job of that too. So I think he sort of started playing video games over on Cultaholic, and then we kind of saw how those two things could, we're the video game channel, and he's over there playing video games.
Come over and play some video games with us. Why don't you do that? And
so
he also popped into the podcast as well.
Yeah,
he did that over the break.
James has done that as well. Is there anything James hasn't done?
I don't think so. He hasn't been on worse games yet.
No, that's true, but give him time.
Only a matter of time. In addition to that, Peter, we also have Patrick Fenn, who's been helping us out with some of the VODs stuff. Oh, that's something else James does. He runs the VODs channel for us as well, uploads all the VODs and stuff.
He uploads all the VODs.
Sorts that out. But yeah, Pat Fenn, our good friend Pat, has been editing amazing highlights packages weekly of the streams that go out over on TripleJump.com/VODs.
That's true.
And they've been brilliant, and we're very appreciative of his assistance. Luke Eldon's been looking after our Facebook.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's
continuing to do a great job there,
helping us with social media. What would we do without Luke Eldon? Manage our own Facebook page.
No one wants to go on Facebook. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
Luckily Luke does though, and he does a great job.
He keeps it safe and clean and organized. So
he does.
Yeah, thank you, Luke, for your service.
He definitely does. Thank you to all of our PR friends as well, working in PR, who have been able to send us codes for games and so on. You're all amazing. Thank you so much. And just a general thank you to Cultaholic. And of course, Adam Pacitti,
yeah, for
just being extremely supportive and understanding, and just a wonderful group of people to work with.
Yeah, and before we get to probably the most important thing, we should also maybe just offer a quick thanks to everyone who has appeared on our videos this year, like external people who've done What It Means to Me, things like that. I know last year we had probably a couple more guests / crossovers in terms of being able to do cut content, things like that, but we've had plenty of guests at least on What This Game Means to Me, so that's been lovely to sort of share that format with other people from outside our network. So that was good. But crucially, thank you to you, Ben, for doing an excellent work excellent work this year. A singular excellent work.
Just one. It's legally different from good work.
Yeah, definitely. Working on podcasts, both in terms of editing and organising them, managing a team of writers, doing your own little bits of editing, bits and bobs, and so on, and hosting things with me in an ever professional way.
Always. Absolutely. Yeah. And may I just say, Peter,
that's the end of the video. There's nothing more to add.
Thanks for coming. See you next time. No, I'd like to thank you for all your amazing hard work this year, doing worst games and looking after the video editors and just being a bloomin' delight to work alongside now, 4 years after we stumbled into each other's lives.
Yeah. Wow. Serendipity, wasn't it?
4 bloody years.
Yeah.
Awful.
You get less for murder. No, you don't. You don't get less.
you don't do.
I think you mean fewer for murder.
Absolutely. That is what I mean. I've got a list here, Peter, of various things we did this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to run through them. Feel free to sort of interject as we go.
I will.
Obviously, there was a lockdown.
Yeah.
That's a big one, isn't it?
That happened. Top of the list, really.
And everyone sort of had to completely adapt their strategies. We still haven't met Alex and Liam.
No, we haven't,
our
have we?
Full-time staff. Our new staff, we haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
Because we just haven't had the opportunity. You know, we've been working from home since March now, end of March, and haven't had a chance. But I would say that we are very fortunate to not only have a great team around us, but also to have been working in the industry that we're working in that we could adapt to working from home, and we've managed to do okay out of it. And largely that's down to the support of the core audience, the people who have likely clicked on this video. The wonderful patrons, as I mentioned earlier, the people we speak to every month on the Patreon calls. You're all lovely and incredibly supportive, and you've been able to sort of keep us going through this weird year.
The names we see again and again, as a high school teacher might say. Let's not always see the same hands. No, let's always see the same hands. It's nice to see you being so supportive and having a recognizable set of people that, you know, is, as you say, the core audience. It's nice to have that kind of the retention, I guess, is the word. You know, because it's all well and good having thousands, millions of views, but if it's a sort of faceless audience, where's the heart? Where's the heart?
Where is it? I don't know. A couple of things we did that were pretty cool. Mm-hmm. We worked with KFC Gaming.
Yeah.
We did a podcast with the BBC. Mm-hmm. We did loads of stuff with Cats Protection this year. We did a Cats Protection stream in which, again, people were extremely generous. We raised a load of money for cats. Just before lockdown, we managed to visit one of their adoption centres, and they let us take part in sort of being judges of a game jam they were doing.
Yeah, madness.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
Really good.
It was a lot of fun.
We've done a few new series as well. Mm-hmm. Of course, the What It Means to Me, the playing all the launched games. We've done a load of ranked lists this year that have done wonderfully. Mm-hmm. And again, that's partly due to the fact that James was an editing machine. We've had Alex be an editing machine on those as well. Philip, of course, writing most of them. He won't stop writing, Peter.
Yeah.
He won't stop writing.
We also did lots of bonus streams this year in the middle of lockdown.
We did, yeah.
We temporarily were streaming twice a week solo each, as well as doing the joint stream. And again, it was nice to have that core audience turning up every day. I mean, it's 5 days a week, basically. That's what we were dealing with there, 5 days a week. And people were there, regularly. And it was nice to have the support and not sort of see people slowly get burned out on our content. Yeah, it was good to have people stick by us for that.
And speaking of the live streams, we launched a VODs channel.
Mm-hmm.
We did it at the beginning of this year. We made a decision. In fact, I think in this video last year, we announced that we were no longer going to be uploading the VODs.
That's right.
To the main channel. The reasoning being, which we still hold to, is that the VODs, because they're so long, they negatively affect the algorithm in terms of viewer retention, because people don't necessarily stick around for a whole 2 hours, but YouTube only looks at the percentage of time watched and they're like, oh, terrible, don't recommend any of their videos. And so we managed to get to a point where we launched a separate VODs channel just for the VODs. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, that was wonderful. We also, of course, covered the next generation of consoles. Not that we were the only people on the internet to do that. It's not some sort of massive achievement, but it's
all on our own.
It certainly made up the bulk of our sort of autumn/winter content in terms of podcast discussions and sort of special one-off quip scopes for things. And that was something that doesn't happen every day. It only comes around nearly every sort of 10 years at this rate, really.
Will we be here for the next one?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? PS6, bring it on. I was thinking the other day, it was a shower thought. I was having a shower, just running the lather through my hair, and I thought, if Sony ever decide that they're going to just do one more console, they're going to make their best console ever and then just finish, they should call it the PS de la Resistance.
Oh.
Do you think?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
Yes.
I think they should do that.
The PlayStation de la Resistance.
Yeah. De la.
Yeah. That's how it's spelled. Amazing. Yeah, that would be good. I think that's a good one.
Thanks.
You should email them.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. I shall get on it.
Send a postcard to Mr. PlayStation or Mrs. PlayStation.
Or Mrs. PlayStation.
Say, hey, I got a swell idea for you. The final thing, that I've got written down here, you may have additional stuff, so feel free to interrupt me. But the final and perhaps biggest things that happened to us this year were we were partnered on Twitch, which was a long time coming, because turns out we could have been partnered for a while, but we didn't think we were allowed because we also streamed on YouTube, so we just didn't apply.
Yeah.
And then we did it and we got partnered. So
the rules were a
that
bit
was
ambiguous.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
They
weird.
were. There was no clear-cut instructions on what we could and couldn't do. And also, we finally flipping past 50,000 subscribers.
That's what I've got. That's also my last note. Yeah.
50,000. We're now on 51,000 subscribers. Been there for... No, we're not. We've done 100k. We did 50k and 100k this year.
Yeah. It was
big year.
I know. It's madness. And now we're on 100 and multiple k. I think are we on 110 yet?
117, I think.
Yeah, we're past the 110 mark. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's shot up, really shot up. So again, just thank you. We couldn't have done this without you. I am so excited to eventually be able to pose next to you, Peter, with our tiny silver plaque that we will have worked years to have achieved.
The thing is, they take a really long time to arrive. Yeah. So I think
the pandemic will be over by then.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We'll be fine.
By the time we're back, it might just be arriving in the post. So that'll be wonderful. But yeah, it has felt like it's been a year of two halves, really, or not halves, because one of the halves I'm about to mention lasted almost the entire year, which was the lockdown and the pandemic, and that was certainly a negative and a difficult thing, both for us in some ways and for members of our audience who were saying, "Oh man, I'm having a really tough time, but you're helping me through it" and stuff. But on the other hand, on a very personal, selfish level, it has, I think, been a very successful year for TripleJump, and it feels like, all the numbers are going in the right direction. Everything's growing and going up, and there's green ticks on everything. Thanks for listening. Video certificates. It's felt like a very positive, productive, successful year for us. Which, as you say, in spite of some pretty difficult conditions, I was going to say, a pretty difficult situation around the world, especially in other industries. What you were saying about how we're lucky to be in the business we're in, that's something that whenever I'm on the phone to one of my relatives to sort of like, how are you doing with lockdown and stuff, they say, "Oh, well, you're in the right business, aren't you? Everyone's watching more YouTube now."
Yes,
it's
Grandma.
True. Yes, Grandma. Yeah.
Yes, we are. Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you've said, it's been a huge year for us, and again, I don't know how many times we can say thank you, but we will say it again. Thank you.
Thank
you so much for watching, for liking, for sharing, for donating, for subscribing,
buying our merch.
More big news on merch very soon. We were hoping to have it launched something before the end of the year, but that's not been able to happen. So certainly in the next probably month or so, we'll have some more news for you, but some exciting things are coming your way. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But I believe that's all I've got written down here, Peter.
Me too. I think that's everything. Yeah, just thanking the patrons and that we've done that. The VODs channel, done it all, and our sponsors, of course, our podcast sponsors.
All of our amazing podcast sponsors.
Yeah,
completely real. Thank you. I'm sure there's plenty of people that we've neglected to mention as well. But just know that you do mean the world to us, and thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, though, it's time to prepare to get absolutely schnizzwizzled.
Whoa, yeah?
Privacy, yeah, that's right. In the privacy of our own home this New Year's Eve, where it is still, presumably at the time of recording at least, not safe to mingle households above whatever the allotted amount is.
Well, I certainly hope they don't say between now and New Year's. By the way, you can all just get together for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, just hang out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Many households as you like, all pack in,
just
lick each other's
wild
nostrils if you want. Just go for it.
New Year's nostril lick.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to do. You got to do that, right? Otherwise, is it New Year's?
You sing Old Lang Syne, and then everyone gets in a big nostril licking circle. It's wonderful.
Everybody gets in an old. What was it? Old
Lang Syne.
Old Lang's line
Old
is what
Lang's
I was trying to say.
Okay.
And just take a big old lick of the person in front of you.
Pass on whatever you've got. It's like a New Year's gift. Here, have my germs.
Anyway, that's what we got to go prepare for now. So, final time, thank you so much. We will see you. I mean, there's plenty of content still coming before we properly return to work, sort of end of the first week of January-ish.
Yeah.
But we will see you all in 2021. Please stay safe.
Yeah. Stay safe, have a good New Year's Eve and a New Year's Day, and see you all very soon. Much love to you all.
See you soon, everyone. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.